All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're staging the ultimate showdown between the three heavyweights of business automation: Zapier, Make, and n8n. If you're tired of manual tasks and want to connect your apps to save a ton of time, you are in the right place.
Because really, that's the only question that matters, isn't it? Picking the right tool can literally transform your business, saving you countless hours and, let's be honest, a lot of money. But the wrong one? Yeah, that just leads to headaches. So, let's figure out which one is the perfect fit for you.
Okay, so first things first, let's meet our three contenders. You've got to understand that each one of these was built with a totally different idea in mind, a different philosophy, and getting that is kind of the key to the whole puzzle.
First up, you've got Zapier. Now, this is the undisputed king of simplicity. Its entire reason for being is to be the easiest, most straightforward way for anyone, and I mean anyone, to connect their apps. It's basically the point, click, and you're done solution.
Next, we have Make. You might actually remember this one as Integromat. Make is really built for the visual thinkers out there. It turns automation into this cool interactive flowchart where you can literally watch your data move from point A to point B. It's like a map for your processes.
And rounding out our trio is n8n. This is the powerhouse, the one for the tech-savvy crowd. It's open source, which is huge. It means it's free if you host it yourself. It gives you incredible power and flexibility, but you've got to have the skills to tame it.
All right, introductions are over. Now it's time for the main event. Let's put these platforms head-to-head and see how they stack up on the features that really matter for your business. This is where things get interesting.
Okay, let's unpack this table because it tells a really clear story. Zapier is the runaway winner on two fronts: ease of use and integrations. I mean, over 6,000 integrations. That's insane. If there's an app you need to connect, odds are Zapier has it. But then you look at Make, and it completely dominates in visual design and handling complexity. That flowchart view isn't just for show. It's genuinely better for building complicated branching workflows. And then, in a category all its own, you have n8n. With self-hosting, it's the undisputed champ for anyone who wants total control. No contest there.
So, all those features are great, but what does it actually mean for your team? Let's switch gears from the abstract stuff to real-world situations. We're going to find the perfect match for different kinds of users.
Listen, if you're a small business, a startup, or you just need to connect A to B without any fuss, Zapier is almost always the right call. The setup is lightning fast, and for a non-technical team, trust me, the time you save is absolutely worth the higher price tag. It just works, plain and simple. But what if your needs are a bit more complicated? For creative agencies or any team building complex automations with lots of if this, then that logic, Make is the clear winner. That visual builder is a game changer, not just for building, but for showing a client exactly how it all works. It hits that sweet spot between power and affordability.
Now, for the developers, the IT departments, or anyone where data privacy and budget are absolutely critical, well, n8n is in a league of its own. It's free. You can host it on your own servers, giving you complete control over your data and your costs. If you've got the technical chops, the value here is just unbeatable.
And speaking of costs, let's talk about the big one, money. The price difference between these tools isn't small, it's significant. So let's get a clear picture of what you can actually expect to shell out each month.
Wow. Okay, you don't need a magnifying glass to see the story here. Zapier, for all its convenience, comes with a premium price tag, often double what you'd pay for Make. But the real shocker is n8n. I mean, it's in a completely different universe. It's either totally free if you host it yourself or a tiny fraction of the cost for the cloud version. We're not talking about a few bucks here. It's a fundamental difference in how they're priced. But hang on, the sticker price isn't the whole story. It's really about your return on investment, or ROI. For a team that isn't super technical, paying more for Zapier is often totally worth it because the time saved on setup and fiddling around is massive. On the flip side, for a technical team, the time your developer spends on n8n is easily paid for by the fact that the platform itself is free.
Okay, let's bring it all home. How do you take all this information and actually make a decision? We're going to boil it down to a simple, actionable guide so you can pick the right platform and feel really good about it. So you should go with Zapier if your number one motto is time is money. If your team isn't technical, if you just need the simplest thing that works, and especially if you need to connect to a very specific or obscure app. If you have the budget, it's the path of least resistance, for sure.
Now you should choose Make if you love to see the big picture. If you're a visual thinker and your automations have multiple branches and decision points, this is your jam. It's the perfect middle ground for people who need more power than Zapier but don't want the technical overhead of n8n.
And finally, you should pick n8n if you have a developer on your team, period. Or if keeping your data on your own servers is non-negotiable. Or if your budget is the absolute #1 factor. It gives you ultimate control and the freedom to customize everything, as long as you have the skills to back it up.
You know, when it's all said and done, it really just boils down to this single idea. There is no single best platform that works for everybody. The right tool is the one that fits your team's skills, your business's needs, and of course, your wallet.
So if you're going to remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. Zapier is for ease. Make is for visual complexity. And n8n is for total technical control. Simple as that. We've laid out the entire map for you, the different roads, the potential roadblocks, and the destinations. The map is officially in your hands. So the only question left is, which path are you going to choose?